Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to start and do a baby nursery tour with you and give you an overview of how I keep myself organized with a baby and keep him from the hot summer sun when it's beating in on the bedroom and is almost unbearable. So let's go ahead and enter the bedroom. We have a one-bedroom apartment in a small area in Nanaimo. And we just basically work with what we've got, and I'll show you as you go along things that I've found work for me, and maybe you guys have some tips and tricks that you could help me with, maybe better, or I'm not sure. Okay, so we'll start here. When I had my baby shower, this was a nice little poster that was given to me. People could sign in, and I just thought it was a really nice wall adornment for the nursery. And when you first walk in, that's the very first thing that you see. And as I back up, I've got my husband's drum here sitting in the corner. It's just kind of a nice musical touch to the baby's nursery. And so that's the first corner. You'll see the door here. And so as we go along, I'll take you over this way first. So we'll come along the wall here. And this is the cabinet, guys, that we had in our living room for a long time that we found wasn't really convenient for us to have it in the living room. So you'll see it along the one wall here. And that's our blackout blind. Sorry that it doesn't look so great, but it keeps the sun out, like I said, because it gets extremely hot in here in the summertime and very, very bright and hard for the baby to sleep and hard for me to take a nap. So as I come back, there's the cabinet there. And you'll see the Mickey Mouse picture frame that I've put up top. Just something simple. It doesn't need a lot. It's quite a large cabinet. It is a conversation piece by itself. So we'll go ahead and we'll organize what's inside. Or talk about it, I should say. And I'm not going to turn on the light, guys, because the baby is sleeping. And I don't want to wake him up. So you'll see on the top, we do bottle feed. And so in each of these bowls will be the bottom of our bottles. Bottom of the bottles, we use the Playtex vent air. So each one of these bowls has a different piece of bottle in it, and sometimes we use the ones with the drop-in liners. So that's the first shelf there. And on the second shelf, I just basically have some random stuff like hand soap and an extra bath towel, and then his tub of toys. So just to keep it up off the floor, and so we're not tripping on it. I said we have a very small apartment, so we really have to work hard to keep everything organized and out of the way and just functional so that we're not feeling overwhelmed with so many things. Okay, so we'll go down to the third shelf here, and I've got the diaper bag stored here, and I use all of that second part of that shelf here for his baby blankets and receiving blankets and anything that I can fold and put in here like a towel or anything. So that's the third shelf. And then on the bottom here, you'll see baby wipes. Baby wipes and some paper towel. And then this box is not actually diapers, guys. I'm doing a scrapbook for the baby, and I've put all of his stuff in there. And I just keep it, again, out of the way, and when I see something, I can just open the door and just put it in the box and then work with it later. So that's the cabinet that we have in the bedroom. So I'm going to go ahead and close the doors to that, and we'll move along. So I have a nice bright lamp here, quite tall. It's a floor lamp, and though the top part doesn't work, and it never has, the bottom part is really functional, and I can just flip it on in the middle of the night and work with the baby like that. Yeah, so you can see that I've got a Winnie the Pooh is the theme in the bedroom for the baby. So right above the change table, I've got this nice wall decal that I've put up myself, and he really enjoys it when I'm giving him a diaper change, and so he gets to look up at it. Nice bright color, something for him to stare at instead of just waiting for me to be done with him. So I'll move on to the change table. So over in the corner here, I have all my diapering things. I do have a little boy, so I find it really important to have baby washcloths. Now this one hasn't been open yet, but I have quite a few that are open. And just cover his little wee so that you don't get sprayed in the face. And I'm sure every mother of a little boy can attest to that. So I have the diaper wipes, baby powder, which he loves, and some diaper cream and lotion for the occasional time he gets a little spot of rash or anything. And then the lotion again is just, when you see some dry skin, you can just apply it. And you can do that when you're changing him right before bed or whenever you need to. So yeah, so I've just laid a cloth right over the change table pad here, just to keep it so that when you get a little pee or a little poop, you can just take it off and throw it into the laundry. And I've used a cloth diaper doubler just to put where I would put his little bum, and again for the safety of our ease of convenience, guys, just so that if he peed, I can just take it off and throw it right in the laundry, and then I can replace it and hopefully try to save this before I actually have to put it into the laundry. So we do cloth diapers, but on the occasion when we're traveling, this is the diaper brand that we have gone with, and I find it really, really helpful. Babies have such sensitive skin, and I just find it really helpful to have things that are natural. Like you can see before, I use bamboo lotion and diaper cream, and I find that the baby thrives with his sensitive skin on anything really natural. And again, getting back to nature, and that's where we came from. So yeah, so that's if we have to do disposables, those are the ones that we work with. I know I've been given a lot of Huggies and Pampers, and we had been trying those back and forth, and we just kept finding that if we were traveling during the day, and he had to be in them for the day, that by the end of the day or the very next morning, he would have diaper rash, and you can smell the baby powder in it. You can, I'm not saying Huggies and Pampers are bad, but they just didn't work for us. So this is the brand of diapers, and he's in a size 2 already, and you get 32 a pack, and I have another pack stored up into the closet. You'll see those a little bit later. So we'll go down onto the change table, and I'll show you what I did with my cloth diapers. So we have, in this first basket here, I have a basket that has all of my cloth diaper liners, the overlay. You can get these, are a roll, and you get like 200 of them, and they just go over top. And then the inserts. So these are like a doubler. So getting more pee trapped, and just easier to work with than just the liners here that you see. So again, these ones here, these both are bamboo. And again, going back to the fact that our little boy seems to have sensitive skin, we've very much discovered that he also has a lactose intolerance. So just getting back to nature and things that are easier for us and better for the baby. So that's that basket, and I'm just going to put that away back in the on the shelf here. So you can see on the second shelf, that's the first basket that I work with there. And then in the middle, we've got the bamboo diapers stacked up that we will use, at nighttime and whatnot, and if we're traveling, so we can just grab one of those. And then on the second shelf here, guys, is a basket that I have all of my cloth diaper covers in. And so we've got some that are an all-in-one, so I've got 1 or 2 of those. Not sure I recommend them too much, because they're one-time use. So if he pees or poops in them and soils them, they have to go right into the bucket. And I'd like to do a tutorial with you guys on how I cloth diaper. So we'll get to that a little bit later, but we'll just touch base on the cloth diaper. So I'm not too sure that I'm too fussy on the all-in-one. Some moms are. They really like the ease of the snaps and, take it off, put it in the bucket. But I really like my bamboo liners and my doublers, and so that's our basket here. We've got lots of the cloth diaper covers that I use, and again, I just really like them. The Velcro is really handy. You can readjust it easier. He seems to really like them, and I've had no problems cloth diapering him since the first week when I learned a few lessons, and I'll share those with you in my next video. So yeah, so that's my basket of liners and, covers for my cloth diapers, and yeah, so that just sits right on the second shelf. It's a little bit heavier than the first one because it's got a lot of weight to it. And so for later on the second shelf, and I'm just going to come down on my knee here, when we're cloth diapering. Now, I've gone ahead before I learned that I liked the covers for the cloth diapers. I went ahead and bought quite a few of the all-in-ones, which I'm kind of sorry that I did, but lesson learned, and I can always go back and get, you know, work with these ones or get some other ones that are just the covers and then the inserts. So I've got quite a few here. I think I counted them one day, and I have about 20 of those. So working on that stack. So that's the second shelf, guys. So I've got 2 baskets, some disposables, and the inserts and the liners there. So on my third shelf on my change table, I have my extra baby wipes and some extra diapers like Pampers, just in case I run out of my bamboo ones, which you can see that I keep on the bottom shelf because we're not really using them. And right in the back here, I have a basket. You might not be able to see it, guys, but I have a basket that has, like I said, we're not breastfeeding, we're bottle feeding, so it has the bigger bottle stored in it, the 8 ounce, and you know, the nipples and things. And then in this little gray basket here, I have all of his things, like his toothbrush that he would need for later, a hairbrush. He doesn't have very much hair, so it's not important that I brush it every day. And then back here, guys, I have a bag that the hospital gave me of water wipes that you just get wet, and they're really good for traveling with. You can wash your face with them, wash your hands with them, and then you know that you're clean, and so is the baby. So if you're going out for lunch, having a picnic, just grab a couple of those, and you can just rinse them in some water at your convenience and just throw them away. They're completely flushable and 100% biodegradable. So yeah, so that's that. I'm just going to push that back there because I like to stay organized. It's really easy to do when you have a baby, usually. So that's my blackout blind, guys. Now I'm going to show you why we have it. The sun hits our window very early on in the day, and it doesn't stop hitting the window until later on in the afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it away, and you're going to see how bright it is in here. It may ding off the phone a little bit, and just don't be surprised. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it back here. Okay, so you can see right away when I pulled it back on the one side how bright it gets in here. So you can imagine trying to sleep and having a nap. And then again on the other side. So it's dinging off the phone just like I said it would. And then it takes a minute for it to adjust. Okay, so coming around, here is the bed that I sleep in. I share the room with the baby. And so just basically, you know, a nice picture to brighten up the room, and the bed, and some matching bedspread, and then over here I also have, right along the window, maybe you didn't see, I have a chair that I like to sit in to feed the baby when I get up in the middle of the night or any time during the day that I'm taking a nap. So that's that part of the room. So let's go ahead and get over to the side where the baby is. So bring it around. Now remember, he's sleeping, so I'm not going to use my outside voice to instruct this video. But yeah, so this is his little dresser area. I have a lamp and a picture that was drawn for me by his sister. And you can see his little name here. So I'll just pull his little shoes forward, Brennan. And his sister made him a really nice Winnie the Pooh picture, and she had it framed for him for just because she loves him, and I thought it was a really sweet gesture. So that's on his dresser. And then we went to another town, and we had been looking around in secondhand stores, and I had found, now the pine cones are from outside our apartment building, and we found them on the ground. I thought that's a cute little touch for his dresser. So right here you'll see this little guy here is a handcrafted Winnie the Pooh. Now, we're not sure who made him. It doesn't say. If you lay him down, he opens up. He opens up here. Okay. So you can take the cover off, you can take this off, and I'm just going to put them over there. And then you can take that off and see you can store things in it. So that's really neat. I found that at a thrift store in another town near us, and I thought that was just so cool. So, you know, maybe later we can put his, you know, I don't know, a little tooth or something, his first haircut or whatever it was. So it's kind of like a memory box. So I'm just going to leave that there because it is quite noisy, guys, and I don't want to wake the baby up. But then I found this tin, this Beatrice Potter tin, and basically what I've done is put all of the Beatrix Potter books that I found, now Peter Rabbit and the Tale of the Flopsy Bunnies and things inside. So I have a few books in there, and I think that was the idea, that it came with chocolates in it, and you could store books in it or whatever else you wanted. So yeah, so I'll put this back together later, but I want to show you this really cute dresser. So this was my boyfriend's, and he had, husband, he had it since he was a child, and I was racking my brain what we were going to put the baby's clothes in when he got here. We couldn't really afford to have a new dresser bought, and I was looking around and I thought, geez, we have a lot of furniture. And I saw this dresser and I thought, what a cute idea. So we went ahead and stripped the paint off of it, and I cleaned it up. He had put a bunch of stickers on it from his youth, so I peeled those off. We washed it, and I gave it to my mom and dad to paint because they had a garage, and I was pregnant at the time, so I couldn't be handling paint. But my mom came up with the best idea, Winnie the Pooh theme. So each one of the handles is a little bumblebee. So they just is really nice. You can just grab a hold of it and pull the drawer open. So all of his little clothes are inside. And I don't need to go through that with you guys. That's just baby clothes. So as cute as they all are. But you can see, and there's 4 drawers here, and it's working really, really well for us. So yeah, we're really pleased with that. We could reuse something that his dad had from his childhood. So that was a sweet touch. So we'll carry on, and I'll show you the crib. I will start with the outside of the crib and what we've done. So I explained to you guys earlier on that it gets really bright in here, and it can get rather hot during the summer months in BC. So I had this great idea the other day. This is the closet in the bedroom. So we put the baby's crib in the closet, and you'll see there's the top of it. I just store extra diapers, an extra pillow, just a few extra things here and there. So what I did was I took the rod that you would hang clothes on if you were using it as a closet, and I had this shower curtain that my boyfriend, husband, so it again, going back to bamboo shower curtain, and it's fabric, guys. It's a really nice cottony bamboo fabric, and it's really nice and light. So what I did was I attached it with some dollar store curtain rods, curtain clips, like you would use it for your shower curtain. And I wasn't looking for anything fancy. I was just looking for something that was functional, that would hang the shower curtain and do the job. You don't need anything fancy, it's just a baby. So this is the cover that I have taken and put across the crib to keep and I don't close it completely when he's in it. And you'll see his little bib is there for his next feeding. It's just hanging on the crib. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it back, and I'll show you what we've done. Okay, so there's his mobile, and as I pull it back, it moves. So we've got some decals on the wall, and again, with the Winnie the Pooh theme, right straight across. Okay, so I can just take this, just with my hand, and pull it back like you would if it was a shower curtain or a regular curtain in your home. So that just sits off to the side now, as you can see, and we will introduce you again to the little guy here as he's sleeping away. Now it's pretty dark in here, guys, because that's what we're trying to look for during the day. It's not so much bright, but relaxing and getting the baby to sleep properly during his day. So I have a few Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse, and I'm going to do a tutorial or a video, sorry guys, on my Mickey Mouse here. He is an authentic original Mickey Mouse. You'll see he doesn't have any hands or feet. And his tag says that he came from Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and the tag that is attached to him is cloth. He's an original. So I'm going to do a video on that, guys. And he's got just a little toy there, and I just went and put a little card on the back of the crib, just kind of dress it up a little bit while I do the video. And the bumper pad, Winnie the Pooh again. And then just over here, some random toys. He's got a Winnie the Pooh over there, and a Tigger, and a little rattle. So, yeah, so this is his crib, and the same idea that I was telling you about, and it works so well. You can just take it at your liberty, and you can just close it up. So just like that, now the baby is out of the sun. Should the blackout blind need to be pulled back, because we're going to be putting an air conditioner in this room, so the blackout blind won't work very well much longer. It'll have to be pulled aside, and so I thought this was a really good idea. So again, just a regular curtain you could use, and it just keeps the summer sun off the baby, and it just helps you know that he's getting a better sleep. So that's it, guys. That's my nursery tour. And you'll just see there's the door that I came in, and there's the apartment there. I won't show you that. That's kind of boring, but maybe another day. So guys, I hope that you're enjoying your little ones today. And I hope that anything that I have, showed you in this video maybe helps you, or, I could get some advice from you guys on maybe something different that you are doing that maybe is helpful, and give me a tune. Yeah, a like if you want to share this video with anyone. Please go ahead and do so. I just always look to help and mentor people, and in any way that you guys could help and mentor me, that would be great. So you guys have a great day, and I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea while the baby's sleeping. Love you guys, and have a great afternoon.